Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather.
Hi, this is Snow from The Designs, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
The views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I am your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather, and as always, I'm bringing you guys and gals awesome interviews. Today, it's a huge honor and a privilege to have Snovonne Sno Drake of The Designs, and The Designs is a new project from Modena, Italy, and they have signed with Music Gallery International. The Designs music will have electronic and metal elements, and we're going to be talking about this new project and what's in store coming up down the road for them. So, Snow, how's it going?
Hi, John. Good. Thanks for having me.
No problem whatsoever. So, let's jump into this. How's it been working with Music Gallery International for you guys so far?
Oh, so far it's been great. I mean, they, Groovy and Sean, they're both they're inspiring people, and it feels like, it's just, I'll put it this way. It's very nice to be working with someone who cares, first of all, and someone that knows what they're doing. They're both very, very professional, but very friendly at the same time. So, it's been very pleasant, and we hope this will be a long and healthy cooperation.
How did this come about? How did you guys get the ball rolling with Music Gallery International?
Well, that's quite a story. Well, we might need to start from the beginning, if you don't mind, because it kind of intertwines with the whole Designs becoming. Basically, when we started this project, when me and Billy started working together, we were working on a batch of songs that Billy has chosen the producer for before, a while back, actually, before I came into the picture, and that was Eddie Cavazza, who is now currently on tour in America with Awake for Days and Cold. And he was in touch with Sean and some other people and happened to mention us and some of the stuff that's already been recorded. It's not finished yet, but it's kind of in the last 70% of its phase. And Sean really liked it. So suddenly we just got an email out of nowhere saying, you guys gotta talk to this guy. And we honestly had no idea what's being offered, to be honest. We're just like, oh, cool, somebody's interested, let's chat. And then we got on a call with Sean, and we just right off the bat started talking about, okay, well, let's do this. How are we going to do this? What are we going to do? And that's the way it's been since. I mean, we're just planning and, planning for a busy next year, that's for sure.
I'm going to say this right now. I've been working with Groovy for a long time now, and he's my homie. He's my brother.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've talked to him a few times, and I would like to call him my friend, too.
Yeah, I've worked with him a lot on a lot of bands I've done interviews for, Music Gallery International, and I don't see Groovy as a PR person. I see Groovy as a friend, if that makes sense, because it's like me and him talk. It's not like music stuff. Yeah, we talk music stuff, but we talk about other stuff too. It's like it goes beyond more than just PR and me doing my stuff. So it's cool that there's actually real people out there that care and help other bands out. So kudos to Music Gallery International.
Oh, absolutely. Kudos all the way.
Let's go down this road just for a little bit before we get into the Designs here. Are you still going to be active in your solo band called Snovonne down the road possibly, or maybe, or what's going on?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, Snovonne's that's basically, my full name, so that's kind of my solo project where I do, that's my venting area. That's my private venting area. And, I don't see that stopping anytime soon, but obviously the Designs right this second is a priority just because there's so many things we need to finish and prepare. I am hoping to keep up with both the projects, so for me, it's not an end of one thing and a beginning of a new, we're probably going to be combining certain elements from both shows anyway, meaning from my solo project and from Billy's previous projects too. So, we want this to be a more of a, how to say, like a bigger world than just, a few songs and a couple of videos. Like, we both have our own musical histories, and now we're creating a new one, and we don't want to forget where we came from or not focus on where we're going, if that makes sense. So we just want to kind of make it a whole round thing. So yeah, to answer your question, no, I'm hoping that they're going to be pretty much parallel, both Snow stuff and design stuff.
But that's so great that you're not going to pigeonhole yourself in just one little thing, and you're wanting to grow with other musicians and step outside your boxes that you're so used to being in. And I think
absolutely. That's the best thing about this. Exactly. The designs too. Like, it's very healthy for me and exciting, because it's like you can do music for years and years, of course, like we both done on our separate paths. But then you combine what you've done over the years together, and suddenly magic happens and you're like, shit, cool. This is going to be fun. And it's exciting, and it's also very relaxing for both of us, because it's a different creative process. And even though it's a lot of work, it actually has that therapeutical effect. So, yeah, for sure.
What's impressed or excited you the most, Snow, about working with Billy on this new project, the designs, if anything? What sticks out the most for you about this new project?
For me, mainly that it's like we both share the same ideas, but he would represent the same thing, let's say, in an electronic sense, like genre-wise, I would represent the idea differently with piano and strings. And that when you think of that, and when two artists like this start playing and recording at the same time, interesting things happen, because it's like the weirdness and the hunger to express oneself is the same, but the means of achieving it is different, and I really like that. Like, I like that between us two, we cover pretty much all genres that exist on the planet, I think, except country music. That's one thing we haven't really gotten into ever. But, in terms of, electronic, soul, you got rock, you got metal, you got old school, you got postmodern, and we're all into that. Like, we seriously dig so much music, old and new, that, I think it shows. It's busy minds creating a lot of things, and that's exciting for me.
You and Billy have known each other for quite some time, and your solo band toured with Billy's band, JTR Circuit. I hope I said that right.
Secret, yeah.
When you started working with Billy on directing music videos for him, did you and him just connect creativity-wise, possibly?
Yeah, I mean, we're fans of the same movies and same directors and the same atmospheres that you see in music videos or in movies. And we also, we've been friends for a long time, so we always had the conversations about, just the stuff we like is very deeply rooted in, like, psychoanalysis and a lot of mental stuff and a lot of introspect that turns into, extravaganza of some sort, that kind of thing. So when he called up and he's like, hey, please, direct some videos for me for this thing I'm working on, it wasn't, that much of a surprise. Like, it just blended immediately. It was more or less like, okay, so which route are we taking, Billy? The thing we talked about 2 years ago or the thing we talked about 1 year ago, So, and it was actually then where we actually did film the videos for music that wasn't completely finished yet, the songs. And I ended up actually also helping out with the lyrics and some of the vocals. And then I ended up doing guest vocals on another song. And suddenly we realized we're working together, and then we just started writing more music together. And then a month ago, we called it The Designs, and now we're here. So that's how it all kind of began.
Working with Billy, does he push you out of your comfort zone than what you're used to writing and creating music for The Design so far? Has he pushed you out of that box some?
Yeah, I think so. I think not more than I push him out of his box, but I think we both, I think we both do that to each other because, like I said, he's gonna, he writes a song with a different approach, saying the same thing that I want to say, but in a different way than I would represent it musically, So what we usually do is he starts writing, and then I get on the computer 2 hours after him and do some more to the track we're recording. And then he comes back, the next day and he does something to it. So it's kind of like a ping pong of ideas. And that's how it becomes a new territory for both of us, even though we're both doing our, we're both taking our approaches to, but it's one project where we're mixing the two. So I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I'm trying to say.
No, I get exactly what you mean. You want to bring some elements from both bands together in this experimental band. But are they going to be more experimental stuff in this that you want to do, possibly?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely we have different categories of stuff we've written. There's some stuff that we're writing right now that's very experimental that we don't know whether it's going to make it on this record that we're going to be releasing first, Mm-hmm. And then there's another batch of stuff that's basically the songs that Billy started writing back when I joined like a year or two ago. And that's more, it's still experimental, but it's talking about slightly different things. So it tends to be a little more straightforward, and it's a lot more, it has that, how do I say this? It has the duality of the electronic and the metal and the structure and the chaos on the other side. So overall, it's very dynamic and upbeat electro metal kind of thing.
With both of these bands, though, with the designs, with this music, is it going to be more instrumental, or are we going to have that? I know you mentioned there's going to be strings and electronic and metal, but are they going to be more instrumental-wise on this, or is it going to be a balance of vocals and instrumental?
No, it's actually going to be a very, very good balance of vocal and instrumental. Most of these songs that we're currently working on have a very simple, streamlined character, so you have your verses and you have your choruses. And what we're trying to do is, keep a somewhat familiar structure, but with experimental thoughts and approaches to them, if that makes sense. So we're talking about a pretty fucking cool, dynamic, modern album. Nothing too experimental right this second. Unless some of the stuff we're working on right now will make it to the record. So I don't know. I'm not trying to confuse you, but we do have a lot of different stuff, different songs right now in progress. So we're not sure what the final outcome of the record will be.
No, that's fine. I'm glad there's different songs on here because I love music, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to hear the same album from every band. I want something different.
No.
I want something that's going to, okay, this song's going to take me to a peak. This song's going to go down the hill. It's going to go peaks and valleys and just take you on
Absolutely.
a trip. That's what I like. And I'm not knocking anybody out there, but I think that, again, they're afraid to get out of that box, and that's sad. That's really sad, but that happens. So
yeah, it depends how big your box is.
That's true. That's very true.
It's we're all about. To be completely honest, we don't care that much about genres and everything. We try and I personally, and it's the same for Billy. I know that for sure. We go by what we want to express. And if this line requires guitars to have underneath, it's going to have guitars underneath. If it doesn't, it's not. And it doesn't matter whether, what people call it at the end of the day. For us, it's important that those emotions come out, and the contrast of chaos and structure is pretty important to us, since that's a kind of direct reflection on the emotions we're trying to translate through the record, So it's definitely peaks and valleys, I can tell you that.
How much is written right now for this upcoming EP or album so far that you could talk about? How many do you have written so far?
Yeah, we basically have 10 songs that are kind of ready to go, and we have about another 15 that we're working on that we haven't decided yet whether we're going to mix them in with the previous batch. So,
okay. You'll have those other songs, though, for possibly down the road for an EP or another full length, possibly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll tell you this much. We got, there's we have 2 videos that we filmed already. Actually, they're not obviously completely final because the mixes and the masters aren't finished, but they're one of them is a more like a rock electronic take on a punk mission sort of thing. And the other one is a bit more melancholic, although it's upbeat. It has a very dancey groove to it. It does have a little bit of guitars, but it's mainly about the atmosphere and the vocals. And I don't know how else to describe it right now because I really can't give you the music. But then there's other stuff on the record that's a lot more, halftime, just heavy and kind of, yeah.
Are we going to get an EP or a full-length album for the first time from the Designs?
Well, we're hoping for a full length, but who knows? Since, we're working on things right now with Music Gallery, so, that depends on what path the next year leads us down. We might end up touring first before we release anything, so that's hard to say. But we're hoping for a full length. It would be nice.
Snow, any tracks standing out more to you than any right now that you can talk about? Are there any tracks right now that you really dig that you're working on possibly?
Yeah, I mean, my favorites are going to be, and I know that for a fact, Choose Your Life, Porno Riot, and Begin. That's 3 of my favorites, and I think I'm probably speaking for Billy too, right? Or
exactly.
Yeah, and they're they're exactly what I love. There's a certain simplicity and rawness about it, yet it has layers to it. I really enjoy those songs, yeah. So yeah, that's the 3, and that's actually the ones that we're working on the videos for, just so we're ready when the time comes.
So do you think the fans of Snovonne plus JTR Sickert, or you think they're going to be more shocked or surprised with the creation of this music from the Designs, you think?
Both, probably. I mean, I personally think that they will like it. I think they will be pleased because it's we're trying to, well, showcase isn't the right word, but we're not limiting our individual approaches to things. We're just trying to combine them and create something new. So for, unless somebody is a really old school boxed in metalhead, I think he will enjoy, what we're doing right now. So the people who don't really care that much about genres and just like music that talks about shit, they're going to enjoy it, I think. For sure.
Yeah, I got talk shit just today because I said I like the new Ozzy song. So yeah, they can suck it for all I care.
My God.
Yeah. I love it.
That's a reason to give somebody shit. Oh yeah. My God.
I'm like, look, he's the Prince of Darkness. He's the Godfather of rock and roll. If he fucking loves the album, the song he created, then fuck it, he likes it.
Exactly.
So yeah. What do you hope everyone takes away from, or message you hope they hear while listening to any other Designs music in general? Once all this comes out and everybody gets a taste of it, what do you hope they take away from it?
I hope they relate to it. I hope that people relate to the absurdity of it, if that's the correct way to say it. Because a lot of times, a lot of people talk about art sometimes and how, does this make sense? And is this, no, it doesn't need to make sense. And that's why it's going to make sense. These are emotions and these are things, these are states of mind that you try and capture and represent with words, music, and an arrangement and a visual representation. So I hope I hope you feel the catharsis regardless of, if it makes sense to you or not. If you know what I mean? It's like a lot of the stuff because the way we put it and the way, obviously I'm, how I am with the visual aspect of things, like it's important for me for things to have atmosphere and to have multiple layers of messages within. So, I want people to be confused and then delighted and then feel relieved. That's what I want. So basically I just described the proper catharsis. that art should deliver, you know.
What does the designs bring to the table for music that's not out there as of right now, if anything? I know no one's reinventing the wheel, but what are you guys adding to that wheel?
Well, I hope we're going to be greasing the wheel more and more as years pass. I do not hope to reinvent the wheel, and I hope I'm not replacing the wheel, but I do hope to grease the wheel, and I do hope that we mean something and we contribute to the scene, because I do think we can, for sure.
Do you like to do anything differently during the writing and recording process to maybe help keep your mind fresh and open to, not get bored, not get stale with it? What do you do when you step back? Do you do anything that helps you out possibly?
I mean, not really. We just different activities, I guess. Step away for a minute, like read. I usually stay within the same range of stuff. I mean, everything I do usually has something to do with art. So if I don't feel like working on music right now, I'm going to paint. And if I don't feel like painting, I'm probably going to be working on a video. And if I don't want to be filming a video, I'll probably be working on a set. And if I really don't feel like any of those things, I will do something very, very, very ordinary, like clean the whole apartment, or something. Just as sometimes I need the extreme switch off, and just do something very, very ordinary and very physical. So, either a workout or cleaning the house is fine.
Or red wine.
And yeah, Billy's saying red wine is good too.
Ooh,
that helps.
Nice.
So
what can fans expect at a show from the designs who have not got to see you guys live as of yet? What are they going to get when they come to see you when this goes out on the road? Well,
we're obviously working on that too. We would like it to be an experience, that's for sure, not just musical. I definitely want to bring in some elements that have proven to work in my Nightmare Cabaret thing. So projection, this kind of thing, that kind of thing, more cabaret, different characters, a little bit of a circus. We have also the aggression and the sort of decadent aspect that Billy's history can bring in terms of his past projects. So we just want to combine that all and make it look like kind of like a rock electronic theater thing that you come and see, and it's important that the people, for the hour or however long we're going to be on there, it's important that they manage to leave everything behind and they come there for the hour of the freedom that they deserve, just break away from everything and enjoy it, and hopefully go home a bit rested and maybe inspired. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What made you want to become a musician? What was that spark for you that said, yeah, I want to do this?
Well, that's been so long ago that I have no idea. All I know is that the minute I realized that instruments make sounds and that you can arrange notes in a way to where you can create something, I was in love. So, I mean, I've been writing since I think I was 10 or something like that. Obviously, it didn't sound like music back then, but it got better over the years a little bit. Now, for me, it's been ever since I realized that one has the possibility to create things. I wanted to do it. So that's my story. Very simple.
So when are we possibly going to get something out? We talking about like mid 2020 or late 2020 possibly from you guys?
Well, I honestly don't know. I'm sure we're going to be able to release at least some teasers, and some stuff so that people have a better idea about what we're doing. But as in terms of a release, I really don't know. We're hoping mid 2020. But, if the record's not out, then we might be touring, so you might as well come out and see us and just hear the thing live. And, I honestly don't know which one's going to come first. So,
folks, you want to get out and support the designs once all this gets out and hits everywhere. How can folks stay in touch with you guys, Snow? Buy some merchandise, tour dates, all that good stuff when this does go out. How can they do that?
Well, just everybody, please stay in touch through Facebook and Instagram. Obviously, we have just launched the official site as well, which is thedesignsmusic.com, and all updates will be posted there. We do have a lot of press coming up, and I'm sure there's going to be more updates on, with more substance to them, meaning music and proper information. So I just hope everybody keeps in touch. We're very excited about this.
Before I let you go, would you care to do a promo for my show?
Of course. Hi, this is Snow from The Designs, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great stuff coming up. You only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and BODS Mayhem Radio Network. Get out and check out our Facebook page. It has our podcast link and our YouTube link. Please subscribe to our YouTube link because everything that we do will be going up on our YouTube page. Also, get out and check out The Designs Facebook page. That has some video teasers that's up there right now. And you want to check this out because it's really good stuff. It's really kind of eerie, electronic, rock, metal, stuff like that. It's pretty good stuff. So give The Designs a chance and listen to them. Snow, everybody, I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck and look forward to hearing some more stuff from you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. You have a great night.
You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.